Hey, it's Liam. Today is the 11th July. Today is Saturday. It is 12:30 in the afternoon. Tide is kind of sort of out. You see sort of that there's like, where is my finger? Little beach piers here. So but I've seen the tide go out further. So the tide is out, but it's like not the all the way out. I have a hard time telling about these things nowadays. So today there's lots of traffic. I know we're not going to talk about, we're going to talk about traffic. Lots of traffic coming up 95 today, which was surprising. There must be something further up the coast towards the border with Maine. Something might have happened, or it could just be uh, a traffic rush to get to Maine, because it's not like a huge crush of people here, and I was able to get like my normal area of parking. So it's not like this place is packed and I just got here too late. So that's, I know, it's not interesting at all. Anyway, I'm at the beach, and today at the beach, I was thinking about, well, I was thinking about people. I was thinking about the people at the beach. The So Hampton Beach gets flack for being um, call it ghetto. Actually, last weekend, while I was here, not while I was here, before I was here, there was a shooting where Ocean Boulevard splits Ashmont Street and it starts forming like this triangle of streets. Apparently, early in the morning, there was a shooting and two people were hit, and then um, the perpetrator, when cornered by police, popped themselves. So I did notice later during lunch, after I had recorded, that there was like a kind of like a CSI truck, state police truck going up Ocean Boulevard. And I was like, oh, that's one of those CSI trucks. And I'm like, just not in any kind of rush. And I was like, oh, those are the trucks when something happens. And then later on in the day, I heard that something had happened. So things do happen here. And why is that? Because Hampton Beach isn't an exclusive place with it's I mean, some of the places are high priced. Like obviously if they build a new condo development here, there'll be 8 or 12 units in it and they'll all be $1 million. So yeah, there's a lot of money here that's new, but there's also a lot of affordability here as well, not just for day trippers like me, but for just people renting out a cottage. And yeah, the cottage could be ghetto and there could be like a half of a parking spot for you to bring your extended family into. And all the dramas that you had wherever you came from will come up with you. And that's largely what the violence here in Hampton Beach is. And there's nothing that the local police or community can really do about it. It just shows up or it doesn't show up. They don't have, gates on the on the toll booth on the bridge here. It's not, there's no toll on this bridge. There's no gates on the bridge to it's not like an exclusive beach community like there are in other states. It's easy to get in, it's easy to get out. Um, it's affordable. There's lots of types of people here. I mean, it's not, you say, oh, Southern New Hampshire, it must be one of those lily white beaches, and it's not. There's lots of urban folks. There's a lot of uh, diversity here. Um, there are people that are here that are still exercising their modesty. Yep. In the ways that they are covered up. Um, I once saw a group of, I believe they were Mennonites, but I couldn't tell, and they were fully clothed, enjoying themselves in the water. Well, the girls were enjoying themselves in the water over here, and the boys were enjoying themselves in the water over there. It looked like it was like a special event, a special occasion for them. So it's nice that anybody can come to Hampton Beach. There is disability access. There are ramps. Uh, there are wheelchairs with those giant inflatable tires so that they can go into the surf. You have to ask for them in advance, like reserve them, rent them. I doubt there's a rental fee for them, but there's also those mats that are rolled out on the sand for maybe 100 feet or so to make it easier for people to, not just for people with wheelchairs or walkers, but people with strollers and wagons filled with their families' accoutrements. So it just makes it easier to truck out deeper into the sand. And the beach itself is very, very wide. Wide both north to south and also from the sidewalk to the sea. There's some places like I'm here by the inlet, obviously, where the bridge is, and this is the state park. The whole thing is a state park, but here it is more state park feeling. There are dunes with grass on them. You're not allowed on them. There's no commercial developments here. There's no houses. There's no cottages. It's just a huge sandy parking lot by the road, and then there's bathrooms and stuff. To be honest, I've never dealt with that stuff because well, when you come here, you have to bring everything. You have to bring, well, by everything, I just mean you have to bring your own food because there's nowhere else to eat. Then there's a section where it's cottages. When I say cottages, like $1 million cottages. And then when those cottages between the road and the sea, those end, and there are dunes there, there is the Hampton Beach that people think of with the boardwalk, which is not made of board, it's made of stone, with the seawall. And the sea never really hits the wall because the beach is so deep. And that's where you have places like the Hampton Beach Casino Ballroom, which is not a casino, although there is a gambling establishment in the building. The casino is a big music, well, it's not that big actually, venue. And there is also they call it a shell stage. It's not the one that was here when I was a kid, but it's very nice. The one here where I get looked like it was very 70s. It might have looked like your 1970s elementary school. And so they have like public performances on there, and there's a seating area outside, and that's very nice. There's motels, hotels, places to eat, places I call shit shops where they sell all the beach shit, and they all sell all of the beach shit. There's ice cream places, yogurt places, and all sorts of whatever the fad is now kind of places. Lots of places have live music. And then beyond that, which is where I park, the road divides itself, and there's parking between the north and south sides of the road. And there's not really much behind the roads because the wetlands get really close to the beach at that point. Because imagine this is all like sand that's been washed out from the Merrimack River that's a couple miles to the south. This Seabrook, Salisbury, Plum Island, Newburyport. This big sand spit is from, can you see, all I'm seeing is reflection in the camera actually. And there's some rocky bits that deflect the waves and control where the curves of the beach. And that's where this beach ends at a rocky point. And then north of that, there's another, I wouldn't say it's a sandy beach, although there is sand. There is one of those curved seawalls, one of those defensive seawalls at Ocean Boulevard. The road has recombined there, and they're just houses. My mom's aunt had a house, the house at 13th Avenue or something like that. And so we would often go up there if we came here. Someone jet skiing. Sorry for the angles. I can't see anything in the camera because it's really bright and I can't see a damn thing. So there's lots of variety here for people to decide what kind of experience they want to have here. There used to be water slides, which I never really understood. I get that the water in the sea is cold, although it isn't right now. There is still the concrete steel tower, but the slides have been removed, and it's just additional parking for the casino ballroom. And it was always strange. Like, why would you come to the sea? And then there were like 2 or 3, the ones that swirl around, and then the ones that were like Geronimo straight down. I never really understood, like, why would you come here to the seacoast and then not be like here where the sea meets the coast, But that's all gone now. There's lots of fishing here. We got people with fishing poles. I don't know what kind of fish do they actually like keep the fish, and they don't have like coolers with them. They just throw the fish back. They just hang around here and just chill in their own thoughts, or maybe with headphones. I don't know if they're experiencing. 9.5 minutes. So I think it's great that Hampton Beach is a place that anybody can really come to from any direction from ever. There's a lot of New Hampshireites that are here. There are roads that lead, well, not big roads, but roads that lead through New Hampshire to here. There's roads that lead out of Massachusetts. So there's the cities of northern Massachusetts that come here, like me. So Just have a good time. And it's good time on your own terms, and you can make the day as large or small as you have stamina and funds for. And it's a good occasion, as long as, there's not some kind of situation. Well, that's all. I've been yammering on for 10 minutes, so thanks for watching. It's been Liam from Bay Stated.